Using cruise control inside of the Hyundai Elantra is a very straightforward process. There are two different versions of cruise control that are available, but it's going to be dependent on which transmission that you have. If you're in a manual transmission, you'll have the old school regular cruise, but otherwise it's going to be the smart or adaptive cruise control system. So the way that it works, you set your speed, and then let's say if you set it at 80, the car in front of you slows down, yours will brake. They change lanes, you change lanes, it's going to pick you back up to your previously set speed. So like I said, two different versions, but it's going to depend. If you've got the smart cruise control system, you will not have the traditional or old school cruise control and vice versa. But in order to actually use the system, what you do is toggle it on by pushing this button. It won't work because I'm currently parked. But what it's going to do is set you at your current speed. So if you're traveling at 60, it'll set you at 60. 54, it'll set you at 54. You'd then increase or decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time, or push and hold up or push and hold down in order to increase or decrease at larger increments. You can hit the brake to cancel your speed. You can hit the pause button there to cancel your speed and then push again to resume your previously set speed. And there's also a distance indicator. So there are 4 unique levels, but it's how close or far are you away from that leading vehicle. Think of that like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi type of a rule. I'm personally okay on level 1 or 2. You might be okay on level 3 or 4. So play around with that distance until you find a position that's perfect for you. Then there's this little feller. So you've got a lane keep or a lane follow assist system. So if you just do a light button push there, that's going to toggle the lane follow assist system on. If you push and hold, that's going to toggle the lane keeping system on or off. So two different versions there. So the lane keep assist, as long as it recognizes the lane markings and that's gone green, if you start to veer over into another lane without signaling, it's going to nudge you back into your lane. Versus the lane follow assist, it's not full self-driving because after about 30 seconds, you get a message in the cluster screen telling you that steering's required. But it can take you around bends, things like that, without your hands on the steering wheel. So like I said, it's not self-driving. You still have to be paying attention, but oh, it gets really close. Can't wait for Hyundai to release full self-driving. I think they're almost there. And then if you go into your setup, vehicle, you've got driving convenience with smart cruise control. That's where you can also set your distance, acceleration, or the reaction speed. So you can control your distance using the button there. You can also set it this way instead if you'd like to. How fast or slow do you want the vehicle to accelerate or react? So if there's an obstacle in front of you, how fast or slow does it speed up, slow down, etc. But it's really simple using this system. So let's go ahead and go for a drive and I'll show you how it works. And I'll also explain the hybrid gauges too, because this is the hybrid version. But one thing about the cruise control system is that just because it's got cruise control, that doesn't mean that you can't pay attention as you drive. So you still have to actively be paying attention. Ideally, you're using the cruise control system just as an extension of your regular day-to-day driving. That's where you're going to get the best bang for your buck out of the system. But I'll show you here how it works. So we're on a 50 road right now, but if I were to just set my speed, it sets it at the current road speed. So if I start to push up, that's going to increase me to larger increments. So I toggle it on this way, increase, decrease, 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time, push and hold up or down in order to increase, decrease larger increments. This is perfect. I'm actually going to stop here. If you're coming up to a red light and there's no one in front of you, you have to brake. So it doesn't have red light recognition, but it does have stop and go capabilities. So if there was somebody in front of me, it would bring me down to a complete stop. And then I could push up in order to resume my speed there again, or pause again, or start hitting the accelerator pedal and it's going to speed me up from there. There's my distance indicator. So I'll show you that one, how that works as we go to accelerate again here. And then you've got your lane keep, lane follow assist. So as long as it recognizes the lane markings, keeps you perfectly balanced in your lane. And then you can speed up at any point in time. So as we go to resume here, if it's not speeding up for you fast enough, so we hit resume as we go here, and we should be able to resume. If it's not speeding up fast enough, hit the pedal in order to go faster. But since we're in the hybrid, you can see there, we've got our power gauge. So it's how much power are you using? Think of that like a traditional RPM counter. And then you've also got your charge counter there. So as you go to brake, you'll notice that that charge counter goes down because it's trying to recapture that charge. You've got your distance indicator there. So there are 4 unique levels that are available. So you've got 4 options there. I'm okay with level 1 the majority of the time. You might want to be on level 2, 3, 4, just depending on your comfort level, whether you're on highways, residential streets, etc. So like I said here, it can take you around bends and things like that. It recognizes the lane markings and it's just nice and balanced. If we go 4, so furthest distance away, you'll see it start to slow down in a second. Yeah, there we go. Keep your hands on the wheel and it's slowing me down nicely. Feet are off the gas and the brake. It's doing everything for me. It will eventually bring you down to a complete stop there too, so you do have to be paying attention here. There we go. And then once it brings you down to a stop, you just push up in order to resume your previously set speed. And then you can adjust everything out here on the fly. But you can see here, since we're in the hybrid, slowing down, and you can see it's trying to recapture the charge. So with hybrids, it's going to try to recapture the charge as you drive, pushing up from there. And then with the hybrid, it's going to recapture as you charge through regenerative braking. But on top of that, it's also going to jump into this mode, try to recapture the charge this way too. So it's essentially flipped on the electric motor for us, the gas motor for us, trying to charge up that little battery. But eventually, you can see here, we're just creeping down to an eventual stop. So it has brought me down to a complete stop. So from here, in order to keep on going, I'd use the switch there in order to go, or I just hit the accelerator pedal again, and then it's going to try to pick me back up to that previously set speed. So again, in a nutshell, using the system, toggling it on off this way, you can increase or decrease your speed this way, up or down, push and hold up or down to increase or decrease at larger increments. And then you'd also hit here in order to adjust your gap. So how close or far are you away from the leading vehicle? You've got your lane center, lane follow assist systems there too. If you hit the brake to cancel your speed, you just tap there again in order to resume your speed. And one thing, if the vehicle has slowed you down because you're using the adaptive cruise system, slowing you down there, it does toggle your brake on for you there too, which is pretty useful. That's also a neat one. So if you're not paying attention, it's going to tell you should start driving. But if you want full walkthroughs on the steering wheel buttons, the cluster, or the infotainment, you'll find walkthroughs down below. But that's how you use the cruise control system inside of the Hyundai Elantra.